making a pad for the batt, and when I'm in production I can do one pad, and it'll last a week or more. So if you want to do plates, it's exactly the same. That's how you make a plate. So you get it up, center it, and then just push it down and pull it out. So those people who want to make thousands of plates, there's the demonstration for that. So basically you just put the clay across the wheel, and then flatten it. So it's you know, flat and not going like this. You know, you don't want it to be up and down, you want it to be nice and flat. Yeah. Do you hear it back?
Did you say that it'll last you like a week?
Yeah. And then I do 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3.
So do you just leave the batt on the clay all week?
No, so I'll be taking,
batt?
like, put a batt there, take it off.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Just rehydrate again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's start with the knife. And then if you want that centered, because doesn't really worry me too much. Okay. And then that's it.
About how much clay was that?
Probably a good kilo or so. So the first, remember the push down, especially for beginners. That when you put on the right hand, if you're right-handed, is squeezing and pulling, and the left hand is pushing. And you're pushing down, and then you're pushing in and squeezing. And I can't emphasize that it's more of a squeeze, right, rather than a push and a pull that I do. You may come up with something different, but keeping that clear. So last week you were always like curved at that bottom, but if you keep it like clean, that means that you can get your little finger in there. It's one of the problems of being a production potter, is that at the end of the week that would just be raw and bleeding. So the 100 mug day was always a bit of a problem. Somebody said, why don't you just put plastic skin on? That was a good idea.
Yeah, and if you've got groggy clay, of course, too.
Oh God, don't use groggy clay. Okay, so get it relatively centered, and then open up. Get your base set, okay? And then the first pull up is basically squeezing in with the little finger at the wheel head, okay? And your thumb there. And so you're gonna go squeeze and gently pull, and pull back towards you. Okay. Now, if you've got a large lump of clay and you want to start throwing bigger, the problems that become evident is that this is really thick here, okay, and then it's thinner. Okay, so we're going thick to thin. We're trying to keep our segment thick to thin. So when you go in here and you've got to move a lot, it's actually like you're pushing so hard that the common fault is that people push in, and then as soon as it starts raising, they've thinned it down, and then you get the twist. All right. So if you want to throw taller, one of the things to do is that you do it in thirds. So go down a third and pull that up. So now that's extra thin, right? And then go down to the next third and pull that up all the way through. Remember to press in and down so it doesn't. And then just do the last pull at the bottom. So you know, and it stops. It means that you keep that support. And then you can ease your pressure off as you come up. So you do third, alright? And then you can straighten up your cylinder. I haven't got a profile.
Like a rope thing?
No, the metal rope. Yeah, like your lovely, you know. These are my favourite tools. This is my favourite tool. I go through about 2 a month.
Why? Because you lose them, or you?
No, because when you're using fine white clays, I wear them out.
Oh, thank you.
And because I turn with them as well. Okay, it's a pretty simple, pretty logical thing, but have anybody done that? You've done it. Alright, so go down and you immediately, and the other thing is that setting the size of your base, the inside, it sets your, because it's one thing you can never really change on a cylinder, you can never change the base once you've opened it up. That's going to dictate the size of your cylinder, the diameter. Okay, and then if you're doing cutting and altering, then you've got that on the. I can spend a little bit more time throwing, getting you to throw, you know, that I can make it more perfect. So that's one of them. But you could do crazy shit with them now. So if you look at Takashi Yoshida's work, he throws really thin, then he hangs them upside down and 2 sticks over a batt and does altering them. So, you know, we can get it going doing crazy. Alright, I didn't mean it to do that. But you leave it to dry upside down.